Welcome back to Suladan Plays Dark Souls, Daughters of Ash. Last time we met with the Four Kings in the drained city of New Londo. And I have to say, that is officially my favorite boss of the mod so far. Like, I really adore what he did with the Four Kings. Like, I am stunned and speechless and had no idea that it was even possible to do such good with those bosses to make them so much more fun than their original state. Because their original state felt a lot like just a rush push where it's beat them down as quickly as possible. But yeah, we've got all four of the soul shard pieces, so I figure I'm going to come back here and wander around and see if anything. I am not sure, but I saw previously when I had to hunt for some stuff, I saw some hints that there was more in the DLC than I saw. Well, okay. Well, that was certainly something to see. That's not what I'm looking for, though. And I'm still concerned by the fact that I never got to fight Artorias. So I'm gonna kind of basically meander to the boss rooms, one by one, and see if I can find him. Yeah, I've still got the Abyss Walker ring on, too. That's helpful to everything I need. Too bad I'm being chased by half a dozen angry gardeners, or I might fix that. And a dog. And a dog. Did I mention there's a dog? Hello, dog. Yes, we know you're there. Oh, hi, Beggin. No. Oh. No begging. No begging. I don't want. I'll go down in this hole and you'll never see me again. Then leave me alone. Oh, great. The biggin's gonna follow me, I remember. Ashkadar. Hello, other new dog. Found more dog. Oolacile, now with 10% more dog. I mean, the place is the reflecting pool. I figured, you know, if anywhere Artorias might be chilling out at, it would be here. But it ain't. I'm just assuming, I'm making a very bold and blatant assumption here that Artorias is somewhere. Like, it doesn't make sense for him not to be. So, I know while I may be speaking with what seems like certainty, it is just because I'm making a blatant assumption. Hello, Chester. I mean, I killed... Oh, hi, dog. There's a dog coming down the hole after me, isn't there? Back up you go. Die. Die again. And you didn't drop nothing. There's some lazy, cheap enemies that ain't dropping nothing. They're too lazy to carry stuff, and they're too cheap to buy stuff to carry. It's a horrible combination. I know. Oh, there's bloatheads following me. Fellas, come on. Let's talk about this. I just want to go jump in this hole. Where? I don't know. Nothing. One other thing I could try, and that is to put the souls in the Lord Vessel and then come back and see. There's a lot of things in the game that the Lord Vessel can be, like, trigger for. Framped, your face is as face-ish as ever.
I am pleased.
Yes, talk. There's really not a talk option. So many souls and nothing to use them on. I mean, like, boss souls.
Very well. Then.
I mean, yeah, I think you can just jump in the hole, but... yeah. So I think that has something to do with how you meet Cav. You've got to jump down here.
Very well.
No! Wait, what?
Very as King Seeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls.
Yeah, I'm ahead of you.
Commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New London, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath, the Scaleless. All of their souls are required to satiate the Lord Vessel.
Why do we have to satiate a bowl again?
Are you ready? Then we shall return.
No. I didn't ask for you to take me back. There we go. I didn't actually look at their item descriptions, which makes me sad. Death Soul. Oh, hang on. Okay, so it only does them one at a time. Minor complaint there, but... The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from Soul and succeeded for a time. Something went wrong, and this distorted being of chaos and fire was created. It's powerful to battle life, which comes to source of all demons, and it's more than enough to satiate the Lord Vessel. Yeah, that's the same as vanilla. Lord Gwyn recognized, great. Yep, same. Same. Okay. So nothing new in their item descriptions. Assuming Nito's wasn't the one different one. The Death Soul, the Life Soul. The Life Soul. But alas, no Dark Soul. For the Dark Soul resides in its fragments in each of the planes. Still don't get why why the bowl has anything to do with opening a door. Because the game wants you to do this thinking this is the ending, and then you end up going to see when stuff happens. Or it could be because it's on a whole other plane of existence and there's this weird dimensional thing. Who knows? What I do know is that's a big fire.
Oh, the Lord Vessel is satiated. Magnificent. You are the righteous successor to Gwyn, the new great Lord, and I am King Seeker no more. Your acquaintance was an honor. I must admit, I am fond of you humans. May you enjoy serendipity, and may the Age of Fire perpetuate.
I'd really love to know the story on this architecture and all. Also, I'd love it if the game was a little more... Well, there's a lot of interesting... well, I don't want to get into that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go... I guess poke around in there. Basically, there's a lot about the Age of Fire that just intrigues me. Like, the whole thing is just we're feeding energy into one of Gwyn's largest miracles, being the Age of Fire, and the sun and all of that. It's fascinating to me in Dark Souls 3 where you see the Age of Fire finally fading to the point that the sun itself is fading. And I like the theory that the sun in, the Dark Souls universe is just one of Gwyn's miracles. So as the Age of Fire fades, it fades too. You can see its energy being drawn down in the sky at the later parts of Dark Souls 3. It's really fascinating. Dark beat at me. Ow! Well, that hurt. And a mook enemy eating up almost my whole health. Why do I have 20 Estises? I want an answer to that question. Because whatever I did to get 20 Estises, I wanted again. Okay, nothing new down here. Okay, next. This is not where I wanted to go. Oh, come on. Teleported here by accident, and now I've got to run all the way to Priscilla so that I can leave. Come on, y'all. Time for this. Actually, the door's open. I don't have time for any of this. Man, y'all are bad shots. So I really hope y'all have a delay on throwing those. You do. Hooray. Wow, where was all this dexterity when I needed it before? Oh, hi, dogs. Priscilla apparently really likes dogs. I forgot Mr. Giant is here. Need him to be out of my path. Ow! Ow! What are you? How many hollows were following me? The names of the areas are sometimes... Dark Souls 2 and 3 greatly improved upon this with their teleport systems, respectively. I like Dark Souls. I know Dark Souls 2 had the one where you could actually see pictures and more information about the area before going to it. I don't actually remember whether Dark Souls 3 did that or not. Yeah, and I know it's these four. I just don't want to deal with it. Haha! And I got my wish, because I don't have to. Oh, please don't be fighting now. Well, Priscilla, I just want to leave, so see ya.
Thou must return. This land is
Yep, that's my plan. See ya. Oh, for heaven's sake, I don't want to deal with this either. Because if I use a homeward bone, I'll go back to the painted world. If I die, I'll go back to the painted world. As long as none of them manage to peg me with a throwing knife, I'm fine. You know, y'all are rude, and you're gonna die for that. Well, that worked. And y'all are still here. Do I really want to waste the time and run back through? Not really. Probably not. Have I missed any? Aside from Artorias. Know of. Oh, you're asleep again. That's fine. I'll do it myself. Making sure Cat wasn't waiting behind there. No, you stupid game! Why is that the default option? I don't remember that ever being the default option. I would plunge attack, but with my luck I'd hit framped and then just everything would be broken. Rest. 20 essences. Come down through here. Where's all the ghosts? There they are. Hey, fellas. They harmless. They are but specters of the past. Their souls forever swirling around the kiln. The burned, badly burned kiln. Get my club back on. Love the multicolor texture. The place just really gives off the vibe of being like burned in a swirling vortex of fire. The way the molten material is just drawn out. I've just gotta wait for the Black Knights. Where they at? Black Knights? Hello? Well, there's supposed to be Black Knights out here. Well, the whole point in me making this journey. Be wary of running around these things. There is some minor slippery spots. Wait, soul of a chosen undead? Wait a second. Is that my soul? Why is my soul here? Who is not the first and may not be the last. Absorb to invoke the defense of fallen kin, or feed to the ravenous to release what powers may remain. Huh. Well, ain't that nifty. I mean, I like the fact that that implies that I'm not the first one to make it this far. I don't like that there's no Black Knights. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I don't like it because they were kind of fun to fight. They were also good for souls and had some fun items. But alas, they are nowhere to be seen. Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, this is kind of an overview of the Daughters of Ash. Basically, there's a few little snippets of text on the page, and one of them says basically that if Kieran attacks me at Nito's, well, technically it says if you steal Nito's soul. It doesn't specifically say that if I trigger the, if I fail to steal it. But Kieran is supposed to spawn near Elizabeth the Mushroom, where I then give her Artorias' soul, and it does stuff. There's also this whole Black Knights, Jariel, Red, all this. And apparently that leads to a different ending boss. There's a whole Velka quest thing, which is apparently complicated and time-consuming, and would involve me, restarting the game. And I'm not doing that for the Let's Play. If I'm understanding it correctly, it basically means that there is a true ending, or a whole kind of Daughters of Ash pathline thing that I cannot access without restarting. So what I'm going to do for the purpose of the channel is go ahead and just complete what I've got, and if on my own time I happen to play down that path line, if I get to that, special end boss or whatever on my own time, I would then just have a special episode on the channel which would cover that. But it looks like there is a lot more to this Overhaul mod, I don't know what to call it, I call it both, than I have shown in a series of red bosses, something called Jariel, the whole Velka quest line, and then Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight, which I assume is a harder version of Gwyn, which is basically what the final boss, Soul of Sunlight, the final boss in Dark Souls 3 was supposed to basically be what Gwyn would have been had he not been all cindered and burned out. So I'm guessing it's going to be something like that. But I am very fascinated to know that that is there. And what I'm going to do real quick is run over to Elizabeth and see if Kjarn was just hiding in the shadows and I didn't see her, because I don't need to go this way. And, you know, that's a possibility. But, otherwise it means fighting, you know, fighting Gwen as per normal would be the last remaining thing to do. Aside from me researching and figuring out how I'm supposed to... There's the Velka quest line is the part that loses me. Because a lot of the other stuff on the chart is understandable. I don't know where Kjarn would be, so I'm just circling the whole area. Okay, so apparently trying to steal Nito's soul, even failing it, breaks Kjarn's appearance here. So, yeah, you know. That'd be so funny. Like she didn't spawn, but the trigger was still there or something. Okay. I mean, given that this is past and that's future, I would personally say that I don't see why an event in the future would have an effect on the past, because that breaks causality, but, you know, whatever. It is a game. So, yeah, it appears that broke that. Not that it would affect the ending, but if my understanding is right, that has some impact on, you know, fixing Artorias. Okay, so, you know, the only thing really remaining for me to do that I know of is to go fight Gwen. But I'm not going to be doing that today because, you know, we've already used up a fair bit of time, and I'd like to give him his own episode. So what I could say the plan is for now is next time we will fight Gwen, and that's likely the end of the Dark Souls Daughters of Ash Let's Play, with the caveat of, you know, possible future bonus episodes should I go through and do the other extra stuff. But yeah. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.